This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Monday, November 25th, 2024. I'm Marek Mazurek. Evansville-based Old National Bank announced Monday it plans to acquire St. Paul, Minnesota-based Bremer Bank in a cash and stock transaction valued at $1.4 billion. Bremer is a privately held bank in which the Otto Bremer Trust owns an 86% stake. The bank has over $16 billion in total assets and operates 70 branch locations in Minnesota, North Dakota, and Wisconsin. Wall Street appeared to welcome the deal. Shares of Old National were trading at $23.30 shortly after 11 a.m. on Monday, up 7.6% from Friday's closing price. In a shareholder call Monday morning, Old National CEO Jim Ryan said he saw an opportunity in the banking market in and around Minnesota.
Bremer is the crown jewel of our Minneapolis-St. Paul strategy, given its scale, strong deposit base, and leading upper Midwest brand built through 80-plus years of having a one-of-a-kind approach to serving its clients and community.
Old National is the 11th largest bank in the Indianapolis area with $2.1 billion in deposits, 246 full-time employees, and 24 area locations. Pending regulatory approvals, the deal is expected to close in mid-2025. The sale comes after Bremer's leadership groups settled a drawn-out legal dispute in the past few years. Ryan said that didn't worry him, given the banks know each other well. The Lilly Endowment is writing a flurry of big checks again and recently sold more than $50 million worth of stock in namesake drug maker Eli Lilly and Company to fund the gifts, many of them to Indiana organizations. The Indianapolis-based endowment, one of the largest philanthropic organizations in the country, normally sells thousands of Lilly shares every year to raise money for grants to a wide range of organizations, from churches to public parks. But the most recent round of sell-offs in late August and early September totaled over $50 million and saw the endowment cash in as the drug maker's stock skyrocketed to an all-time high of over $970 a share on August 22nd. The endowment sold nearly 52,000 shares at or near the top of the market. The endowment, which is the largest holder of Lilly stock, has been riding a burgeoning wave for years as shares in the drug maker climbed higher and higher, temporarily pushing the endowment's assets above $94 billion in August, up from around $41 billion in 2022. Lilly stock has increased nearly sixfold in the past 5 years due to huge investor interest in the company's newest drugs, including diabetes medication Mounjaro and obesity treatment Zepbound. Even so, Lilly shares have lost a bit of steam in recent months, falling into the mid-$700 range this month, trimming the endowment's wealth back to around $70 billion based on an IBJ review of government filings and Lilly stock performance. Some outside experts say they doubt the endowment tries to time the market to sell Lilly shares at the best price. The recent sales just happen to be especially well timed. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Central Indiana, your bold future starts here. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the IEDC invite you to Engage Central Indiana, December 12th in Indianapolis, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Join us for a day focused on Central Indiana's growth. Connect with fellow leaders and walk away with bold new thinking to help your region thrive. RSVP now at ibj.com/engage.
The Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority last week announced over $32 million in tax credit financing for multiple developments across the state. Taken all together, officials say the 21 projects will add or preserve over 1,200 units at a time when many communities in Indiana are struggling with housing availability. Of the total pool of money, the IHCDA says a little over $26 million is going toward tax credits for low-income housing that will help pay for 16 projects. The credits are designed to incentivize private developers to build projects they would otherwise not pursue due to the low rate of return on low-income properties. An additional $6 million will be provided to developers through Indiana's Affordable and Workforce Housing Tax Credit. Of the total pool of money given out by the IHCDA, almost $4 million of that came from the Ready Grant initiative. For the full list of projects getting Indiana Housing Development Authority funding, visit the IHCDA's website. The U.S. Department of Labor has approved Indiana University as a group sponsor for a new registered apprenticeship program in teaching, a career pathway in which students receive hands-on experience and wages as they work towards their degrees. Under the program, IU says it can partner with school districts across the state to offer aspiring teachers paid employment and mentorship while they earn their bachelor's degrees and teaching licenses. In Indiana, more than 1,400 teaching positions are vacant, according to the state education department's dashboard. A push to make girls flag football a fully sanctioned high school sport in Indiana is getting a boost from the Indianapolis Colts. On Sunday, the team and the family of owner Jim Irsay announced they would invest $1 million to support the next 75 high schools that commit to fielding a team in 2025, with the goal of surpassing 100 total teams in competition next year. The move is part of a larger effort to provide the sport recognition by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, which serves as the sanctioning body for many of the state's high school sports programs. Eligible schools could receive up to $10,000 to fund equipment, uniforms, training, and coaching stipends. The cost to launch a team typically ranges from $5,000 to $8,000, according to the Colts. The leader of a nonprofit looking to break the cycle of poverty in Indianapolis, Shepherd Community Center CEO Jay Height, is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast, hosted by Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Mark Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.